When you buy meat at the grocery store, do you know where it's been? Senator Ken Conrad says you should.
God forbid we have a breakout of mad cow. We're going to need to be able to instantly identify where that animal came from.
Conrad says he will fight to make sure a 2002 law requiring meats to be labeled with their country of origin isn't killed in this year's agriculture bill. A provision in the House of Representatives version of the bill would block funding for the labeling law. The Senate's version leaves the labeling rule intact. The regulations would require country of origin labeling on beef, pork, and fruits and vegetables. Supporters say the labels are necessary to protect consumer safety. However, some meat packers and grocery store chains say this would involve massive paperwork. They say labeling would drive up prices.
Putting an additional label on a piece of beef requires a lot of paperwork to know exactly what you're labeling. That alone is a huge expense.
However, some consumer groups say that expense is just an excuse. They say meat packers don't want consumers to know where their meat comes from.
The meat industry seems very hesitant to have a package say product of U.S. and Mexico. Ground beef is a real area of concern for the industry because you're blending parts of a lot of animals, and in theory you can end up with a label that showed more than one country.
The bill now heads to committee. House and Senate members must come to an agreement in the next few weeks on whether or not to start labeling next year. In Washington, Dave Keating, WDAY News.